Hey guys, Greg here, and today I'm really excited because I finally get to unbox all the X-Men Legends and Marvel Legends that I've been collecting over these past few months. I was waiting patiently for them to release the 3-pack of Wolverine, Jean Grey, and Cyclops, and now I have basically all the Uncanny X-Men. I think I'm missing Dazzler and Bishop, because Bishop was hard to find, and I didn't care for Dazzler's sculpt. Also, Iceman. I'm missing Iceman. I didn't like his sculpt either. But here are the ones I was really excited about, so let's open all of these up. I have Nightcrawler, Beast, Jubilee, Gambit, Professor X, Wolverine, Jean Grey, aka Marvel Girl, and Cyclops. Really excited because the X-Men have been getting the shaft from the MCU because they're basically not in it.
So I've been waiting a long time to open these up for you guys. I was postponing until I got most of the original 90s TV X-Men, and I'm super excited to finally be able to display them out of the box. Let's start with Beast, who's fairly bulky. His paint job looks great, and he comes with an extra hand, and Caliban's head from the Build-A-Figure set. It is a little disappointing that he didn't come with any swappable heads though, but he still looks good. I like the X-Men symbol on the back of their packaging. I really wish this would have shown up at the end of Infinity War instead of what we got. Could you imagine seeing that in the theater?
Oh no. Well done.
Next, we have Gambit. His body armor and eyes look fantastic. And he comes with a bunch of different items, like his staff, a swappable hand of him throwing his kinetic cards, and a separate but tiny, awesome kinetic charge card. He didn't come with any part of a Build-A-Figure, but that's not a huge deal. He looks great and is one of my favorite Marvel Legends thus far. Nightcrawler's next, and he was always one of my favorite mutants. He comes with 2 swappable heads, 1 swappable hand, and his famous cutlass as well. One thing to note that I found odd is that his tail isn't posable. You can't shape it how you want, you can only rotate it around, which was an interesting choice. I thought for sure that Hasbro would make his tail fully posable. Following up with Jubilee, the sculpt looks good. Her legs look a little wonky at the knees due to the points of articulation being really visible against the flesh color. She is a bit hard to pose since she's so light, but Hasbro absolutely nails her yellow jacket. She also comes with multiple heads and a pair of her iconic pink sunglasses. Each are slightly different. However, I was kind of bummed that she didn't come with any plasmoid special effects, like Storm, but I'm sure I can find something to use on a third-party site. Speaking of Storm, next up, Storm, who's actually not a part of the Marvel Legends line, which is odd because she looks to be designed the exact same modern way as most of these figures. She's actually from the Retro line. Her hair, costume, and face all have great color and paint details. Her cape is actually made out of a type of plastic fabric, rather than a hard plastic mold we've seen on the other figures. She even comes with her own lightning effects that wrap around her hands. This next one only hit shelves fairly recently. It's the Wolverine, Jean Grey, and Cyclops 3-pack. Wolverine is in his classic yellow-black suit, and comes with a lot of swappable parts. Bone claws, adamantium claws, battle damaged head, normal head, and unmasked. The unmasked even has a hood that can be worn around his neck. Jean Grey has massive hair, but luckily she has an alternate head that just has a ponytail. Again, like Jubilee, she's light, so she's hard to pose, and she didn't come with any fancy psychic effects. but her costume and paint job look great. Now we come to Cyclops, who is wearing a brown leather jacket and the original 90s outfit underneath. And no, his jacket is not removable, it's actually part of the model, so just be aware of that. He comes with one swappable hand and two alternate heads, with different pairs of ruby glasses, and hairstyle. Some people may not be a fan of the brown coat, but I love it. I feel it makes him stand out from the other Scott Summers figures out there. And last but not least, we have Professor Charles Xavier. It's cool that his box has the pictures of the 90s animated X-Men in the same cartoonish design. Rogue's even on it. And can someone please tell me why Rogue is $120+ loose? Was she a limited run? Was there a flaw in her figure? I couldn't find a reasonable price anywhere. I barely saw her in stores when she released. Let me know in the comments below if there was something unique about the figure specifically that makes her so rare and expensive. Anyway, Professor X comes with his floating chair and a bunch of little knickknacks, like his blankie, seat cushions, his animated cerebral helmet, and two effects, one for his chair to simulate floating, and another telekinesis effect. All of these figures have great amounts of articulation. Some of them are lighter than others, which makes them difficult to stand up on their own. Let me know in the comments below if you have a trick to make them stand up easier. My wife suggested Tiki Taki. I'm really happy that the X-Men figure line is complete, in a way, at least for me. I'll be on the lookout for Rogue though. For more videos like this and everything else gaming related, you're already in the right place. You're on Shacknews.com.